Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Last day of 2022. I'm not sure how many people still write checks. I'm sure some people do. Remember, it's always a stretch to get that first 4, 5, 6 checks with the right date. So practice ahead of time. Just go ahead and write checks, put the right date on them, and just send them to me, okay? That sounds like a plan. Alrighty, what do we have here? Good morning, Sean, Joe, Ron. How you guys doing? Al, how are you? Chip, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, I've got, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charts. Let's just jump right in and take a look at targets for these charts. Let's start with the SPY downside target. First, I want to point out on the SPY here, there we go. Looking at this chart, this is my dark chart. We're still in a downtrend. Trend indicator is red. The white line is the 8 exponential moving average, or what we call the T line, and it is pointing down. So we're in a bearish trend. I look at trends for swing trading, short-term swing trading. Short-term swing trading overnight to 2-3 weeks maybe. That's short-term swing trading. And I mean everything in between. 5 days is short-term swing trading. 3 days is short-term swing trading. So that's what I'm watching right here. Watching the red dot swings, the green dot swings, red dot swings, green dot swings. Okay, back over here. And I need to do this real quick. There we go. So what I'm looking at for targets to the downside, if we continue with this downtrend here, and of course we're going to have to get through on the SPY here, we're going to have to get through those lows. Then I'm looking for a target of about 364, about 248, in the 248.50 area, something like that. And then possibly down here to 27. That's a big leap. Any one of these targets that we run down to, be prepared for the little bullish relief rallies in all bearish moves. There's a little relief rally. Move over here to the left side of the screen, and you'll see there's your move to the downside, and here's your wannabe relief rally. Move to the downside, your wannabe relief rally. It always happens every time. So be prepared for that. Right now, unless something changes with the overall market, looking for more downside, and there's some targets there. All right, let's come over here and let's look at targets for SQQQ. Right now, SQQ is bullish. You know what? This one, let's go look at this dark chart as well. You can see that we're looking at a green swing here. This would be a red swing, bearish swing, bullish swing. It's still swinging up. Chart still looks good. Target that I see on it, or targets that I see on it, are about 60, little over 60, 50, maybe 63-ish. And then a stretch up here to this, whatever date that high is, the 13th, of about 68, maybe $69 up there. You can see this SQQQ. We've got this bottom that rolled in here. We've actually got a nice little top right here. You know what? Let me make that bigger. Try that. A little bigger. We've got this nice top here that we broke out of and then rallied up. Here's your pullback, rallied up, and we have pulled back. Bulls might be trying to come into it, and that's what we're looking for, is this trend to continue. Watch for these targets up into here. You're gonna see another pullback and then continue up. All this is dependent on the market continuing to the downside. TGTX, I sent this out to members, I think, last night on the app. I spotted this after the close. I was just kind of sitting here for a little while, or came back, I guess. And this TGTX, I know some traders don't trade biotech. Fine, don't trade biotech then. But for those that want to get out there and trade something like this, I think this is looking pretty snazzy. Some serious upside potential to it. We'll take from about where we are now up to this high, 115%. I'm not asking much of this chart, just coming back over here to this what date? Back to December 21, maybe, back to this area here. You can see how that we've been in a downtrend. We've created a bottom, and now we're starting to create this uptrend. We've popped up with a very nice bull kicker gap here. We've consolidated out. Now it looks like the bulls are getting back involved with this. I'll keep you updated on the app because I'm going to keep my eyes on this. I have no interest whatsoever and will not make any new buys today. I'm done for the year. But I will have this on the watch list. If something happens to it intraday, I will post something on the app. But right now, I'm looking for a better, or I'm going to wait for a better entry, and then targets up here about 14, 18, 22 up there on this TGTX. Let's take a look at Apple. I'm looking for more downside on Apple. You can see the trend indicator is red. T-line's below the trend indicator. Price is below the trend indicator. We're setting up a kind of a blue ice fill. A bearish H pattern right now. For those that don't know what a bearish H pattern is, it's this right here, right there. Boom. That's your H pattern, and we've got follow through from the H pattern. So if we're going to set up another H pattern, we're going to use this move here, and then we're looking for it to roll over to the downside. So right now, I'm looking at about a 115.60 here on Apple. That's a pretty big space right in there. So little relief rallies are expected. Netflix is looking a little bit short. First target of 271, 246, 240, 212 in that area here. So on Netflix, we've come up here, we've made, let's get this here. Here we go. We've made a high, a higher high, higher high, and even in a higher high, and then it failed from there. We've got the gap down, and so far we have follow through. So let's just push this down to this low. You can see the failed high. We've rallied down to a lower low. We've come up. We've yet to make a higher high. We've got the blue ice failure in here, the 50 period moving average. So right now I'm looking for that to test 271.70-ish, and then down here into that 240, 246, and 212 area down into here. Of course, anything could happen. So if for some magical reason we get bullish, then we'll change this because that 50 is still trending. So if this gets bullish and continues that trend, then we'll look for upside targets. But right now, trend indicator's red, T-line below the trend indicator, price is below the T-line. DocuSign. I like DocuSign to the bullish side of things here. Nice little bottom down here. In fact, on this bottom, you've got a low, a lower low, and then a higher low. This is giving us an inverted head and shoulders. We just sort of waltz around here a little bit, then pop to the upside. Nice pullback right to the trend indicator. Trend indicator's green. Trend indicator's above the 34. 34 is above the 50. The trend is working. Nice little bullish J-hook set up. First target, I probably should have done this. First target is going to be this high up here for 61.70. Then we'll look for that 65 area, 72 area. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. That's a big stretch. 89. We're going to have to get through all of this and all of this in here to get through here. But hey, we could dream, right? But these targets are very real. 1, 2, 3. That's what I would look at as good trading targets. Of course, if this slips to the downside, we'll look at that short. Here's your trend to the downside. Boom, right here. And if we do slip, do something like this, then we'll look at that to the downside. Right now, I'm simply following the trend. Doesn't matter what the market does. Doesn't matter what anybody believes in, going forward. Just trading the trend, whether you're long or whether you're short. Last one I have here, and then we'll look at, I don't know what we'll look at actually. Tesla. So Tesla, I still see more to the downside. I don't see this relief rally we've had yesterday. I don't see this as any kind of a bullish turnaround. Right now, I'm looking for 89.60, 87.30 in that area for a target to the downside. What I would love to see is actually the bulls pick it up a little bit. I would love to see this come back up into the 133.50 area, then start to roll over. Another possibility, if things get a little bit rambunctious, I guess, we could jump up to 150 up here, 151, and then we'll look for that rollover. So what if we don't move up? It's very shortable from right here. Targets are still down here. Targets aren't going to change until we get down there, and then we'll adjust more targets to the downside. But right now, these are a pair of swing targets. We are failing the T-line pre-market here at the moment, and we are setting up for that bearish H pattern. There it is right there. So there's what I have. What is this? 6 possible trade ideas with targets. Now, I doubt seriously today is going to be a very exciting day unless you start drinking early, and then you could force it to be interesting. I really don't think it's an interesting day. I think it's going to be a great day of just sitting back, just kick back, reflect on your trades this past year, reflect on this past year, start building a watch list, put a watch list together for next year. Starting that first week, the second week, just create that watch list, both long and shorts. I had somebody ask me this morning already, can you trade $1, $2, $3 stocks? Absolutely. That's all I used to ever trade, were those lower price stocks. Build a watch list with just those. I mean, if that's what you want to trade, do that. Build that watch list, put those stocks on that watch list, and then start looking for the patterns in them and the price action to make your trades. All right, with that, hey, thanks everybody for being here. This, again, last day of trading. Remember, Monday is a holiday, so we'll see everybody back here Tuesday. I'll see you here in a little bit, too, when the market opens up. So thanks again, everybody. See you in about 25 minutes. Take care.